me. I have been self-published since 2018. My first book is coming full circle, the revised edition, where I am telling a love story about two guys who fall in love, and it comes a lot of turbulence with this relationship, and other things that starts to break out. One of the lead characters, his name is Jason, and he's a writer for the local newspaper, and he basically has callers who call in and they ask for different advice, and he gives them the advice that he can, and he responds to their letters or if they call into his actual podcast. The second book that I've written, coming full circle, the revised edition, and it's a basic extended piece of that love story that is out. It continues with Tyson and his now husband are on vacation, and they are having a good time. And there's some things that takes place on that actual trip that no one actually gets to see. Um, that you would have to read the book to actually find out more details about it as well. Um, and if anybody's out there listening, you guys call into the show 516-453-9133 and press one for some tea time with me, you guys. I'm having a great time with y'all. I've been feeling a little under the weather, but I'm here with y'all tonight, and I want to have some fun with you guys. So let's talk. Let's talk. I know that there's some of the other hosts that may call in. I just wanted to send a shout out to you guys and tell y'all thank y'all so much for having me on tonight. Um, I'm going to talk about my next project. It's my first book of poetry. It's entitled "The Confessions of a Conceited Drama King," and it is my first book of poetry and photographs that I actually placed this year. Not this year, but last year. It was available to the public for purchase at Amazon.com as well as the other books. And my final project that I'm working on right now is Catching Up With Me. It is actually out for purchase right now as well as Amazon.com. That's under Jarius Dion, my writing name, Jarius Dion. And y'all could go out there and check me out. That's Jarius, Jrayis, Dion, Deyon. And y'all could go out there and y'all could check out my projects at Amazon.com, you guys. I would love for my readers around the world to get to know my work, and to share my work with other people. Maybe they can inspire someone else to tell their story. I might also do um, self-publishing workshops where I teach people how to self-publish their work as well. So I would love to see how this continues to grow, where we can have more people of the LGBTQ community to go out and tell their stories and be open to being a light, being transparent for our community, and also being able to tell their stories the way that they would choose and not having someone else having control of their work. Um, a little bit more about myself. I am from Shreveport, Louisiana, born and raised. I am 33 years old, and this is my first radio broadcast tonight, you guys. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am nervous. I'm going live on Facebook while I'm doing the actual show, so that's kind of trying to get a boost here of confidence. But I was very nervous to do the show with you guys. Um, but I'm having a really great time so far, and I wanted y'all to get to know me um, out there in the universe. Um, I don't really. I know what my topic was. It was coming out, so I'm gonna talk about my coming out experience. I was 16 years old, and I had a situation where me and my mother got into an argument, and she asked me in the middle of the actual argument, and I was real blunt. I told her that I was, and I ran out of the house. And before I made it out of the door really good, it hit me that I had made that confession to her. And from then on, I knew then that I couldn't go back from saying those words that I was gay, and never looked back. Moving forward, I'm 33 years old, and doing this show tonight, weird for me because I did not see me being here tonight doing this show on air. And if y'all are listening, it's 516-453-9133. Call in and press 1 if y'all want to just to talk or just share your thoughts, you guys. Um, so I left out the door thinking, okay, yeah, I just made this confession. I just made this confession. And I took all of the backlash that came with it. Being very young, I learned a lot about this lifestyle that I was not expecting. And I learned a lot. And it was not something that I take for granted to be so young and having to learn a lot about this lifestyle. Um, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people who I met in the lifestyle, and it inspired me more just to meet people who were like me. Even as a young boy, I found out about other people who lived in this lifestyle like me. So y'all are on call with the gifted one, Jared Thomas. Y'all, you see y'all dial in 516-453-9133 for some talk with me, and let's have some fun, y'all. Um, Having to continuously be the person that I have to be now. Um, I didn't realize that when I started doing what I was doing, that I was going to be on air, having to share my story, having to share my life with other people, and letting them get to know me. It has not been an easy road, being in this lifestyle because there's a lot that we, as people, take, especially a black gay man, being in this lifestyle here in the South. We face a lot. We're discriminated against just as well because we are black and we are gay. So we are discriminated against here in the South. We have to fight for just about everything that we have in this life. Whether that's a home, friends who really care, being in a place where you're transparent with people who will love you back and be real with you. It takes a lot to want to have to be open and real with people about who you are in this lifestyle, and not being judged, but being received, really being received, and really being taken as a person of respect and dignity, because you will want the same respect and dignity as another person would. So my show is definitely dedicated to any person out in the world who's listening tonight, any LGBTQ person, if you identify as a person of the LGBTQ community, I send you guys my love. I send you guys my energy, and know that um, I've been where you've been. I know your journey. I know the tears that you cry. I know the pain that you face. I know your sadness. I know your despair. I know the joy that you have just for being you and having to be in this lifestyle and really being honest and being free. So I salute you guys for having that type of strength and that type of courage that I have, and really being able to just letting your light shine continuously, just like I would. I am here for more calls. I'm going live on Facebook. So if y'all have any questions out there on Facebook, I would definitely like to take y'all questions if y'all are listening on Facebook, and I will be answering your questions on air here at ONE Dynasty. Y'all can call in at 516-453-9133 and have some fun with me, you guys. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. I'm pretty sure that this is not an easy conversation for people, everyone listening on air and everyone broadcasting right now on Facebook, having to talk about coming out. Um, Coming out was not the easiest thing that I had to do. When I had to come out to my father, I was 21 when I came out to my father, and it was weird because he had called and been calling all that night, and that morning when I finally got up, my cousin who was staying with me at the time, he said, "Man, your phone has been blowing up all night. Pick up your phone and just check your phone." So I checked my phone, and it was my father, and I knew where this conversation was going. So I prepared myself. I called him back, and we were talking, and he said, "Son, is there something you need to tell me?" And I said, "Okay, here we go." And he's like, "Are you sure?" And that I started to deny it, but I couldn't deny it. So then I just said, "You know what? You remember such and such from back in the day that you asked me about when I was like 16 or 17?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that was true." And we just had a conversation where it was just real on the up and up. And my father, he gave me the strength of, he told me he was proud of me because I was at that age. I'm 21 years old. I had finished high school. I was taking care of my own business at those particular times, and I was on my feet. I was stable. I was pretty much on my own, and I had called him or depended on him for anything during those particular times. And it was cool for him to tell me that he was proud of me, that he loved me in spite of, and we had a really great relationship going forward after that. And even with me and my mother, we're really good. Me and my mother, we don't talk all the time, but when we do talk, she does support what I do. She knows that I'm here doing this broadcast with you guys. So, hey, mom, I know if you're listening. I love you. But I am on the air. I'm on the air. Um, and she's become one of my best friends. And we've had our ups and downs over the years, but she's still my mother, and I love her so much because she supports me as a writer. Um, she was one of my hosts at an event that I did maybe 2019, and she was one of my hosts. She came out and she introduced me, so she made me very happy, and I felt really special that she came out to support me and what I did that particular day. It was a book signing for my actual book coming full circle, the revised edition, and she came out and she introduced me, and I was very honored that my mother came out to support me. It showed me that even in the midst of everything that me and her we've been through, she still loves me enough to come out to support me and be a part of my signing and to introduce me. It made me cry. It made me cry, and she really turned up for me that particular day, and I loved her so much for it. I love you so much, mom, if you're watching. And I would not have it any other way. I wouldn't. I would not have it any other way. I would not um, take back every decision I've made to be in this lifestyle. There has been trials and tribulations. There has been many trials and tribulations. I've met some really great people. Me being in this lifestyle, as well as not so great people. But all in all, I wouldn't trade my life. I wouldn't trade in me being me for anything else in the world because I've gotten to live the life that I chose, and I'm 100% happy and I'm free in that. Even now, just having to learn how to be content with life. I've lost a lot of friends in this lifestyle. I've lost friends that are not in this lifestyle, but I've lost people that I knew and loved being in this lifestyle and not in the lifestyle. And I would not um, trade that in. I wouldn't trade in those experiences, getting to know those people getting to know me. And even in a situation where I was homeless, about 3 years ago, I was homeless and I was living in a homeless shelter here in Shreveport. And I got to know all of these people, men and women, um, they were there just to get back on their feet, and me being there, it was a conscious decision at that particular time because I had made a decision where I was trusting people and I was giving more of myself to people and I wasn't trusting myself. And I made a decision with God's help that I was going to go and stay in a shelter. And while I was there for 3 months, and I got to know all of these beautiful people, women with their children. Um, just they worked so hard to keep their children's lives normal, and all of the men who were there holding down jobs and working, and just trying to keep their head above water, so they were able to get on a better circumstance. It taught me a lot about me being in there. About how strong I could be, about what I can face, about what I can endure. Being a black gay man in that room, um, they got to know me, and I was not shy about my personality. I was not shy about my singing. I was myself, and people responded to me likewise because they understood that yes, he's a gay man, but he carries himself in a way where he's respectable, and people drew to me more because they saw that it was more to me than just being a gay man. Um, I say it in a way where I identify as a black man. That's my race. Um, I am gay is my identity, and because I identify as a black man and being in this lifestyle, being gay is my identity. I um I got and my heart goes out to anyone in the LGBTQ community who has been through homelessness. I know that from watching other documentaries that I've seen down in Jamaica. In Jamaica, they basically live in homelessness in different ghettos in the area of Jamaica, and it has not been so easy to watch those documentaries back in the day to see them out there on the front line and see them struggling out there. So y'all are going live with Jared, the gifted one Thomas, broadcasting on air from Lagos, Nigeria. Dial in to 516-453-9133 and press 1 to join the conversation. Brought to you by Looking Glass Entertainment. Um, I know that my show is probably a little deep for y'all, but I wanted to do this show because I wanted to bridge the gap for people who did not understand this lifestyle, for people who are not familiar with this lifestyle, they do not know the struggles that people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered, or queer, they would not understand the different things that we face as our own identity, as our own group. And I wanted to shout out Will of God and tell Will of God, thank you, Will of God, for being the person that you needed to be for your show, and that you had no fear, and that you had the balls to step to me the way that you did, and I really do appreciate it. And brother, I respect you. I give you the utmost respect. So I thank you for the haze, and I thank you for the love that you showed me on your show that night. And I really do appreciate you. I do because someone like you continuously give someone like me of more energy to fight on. You continuously give someone like me more courage to be more brave, to be more blunt, to be more transparent. So thank you, Will of God. I hope you're listening tonight. And I am in a really different place in my life where I learned being in this lifestyle that we we're taking to be soft because we are gay men. So we're taking to be soft, and we become instant targets to people who would not know that we have a boiling point just like the next person, and that we would do more damage to a person who we would feel was a threat to us because we would feel like we were a threat to them too. So we would probably have to defend ourselves as well. So um, I'm not violent, but I do treat people the way I would love to be treated with the most respect. And I thank Brother O and I thank Commissioner Angela Thomas Smith for giving me this opportunity to do the show tonight. I wanted to have some music playing with this particular show tonight, but I was not able to have music playing because I wanted to celebrate other artists who celebrate the LGBTQ community. Shout out to Janelle Monae. I am a big fan of yours, Janelle Monae. I've been listening to your music for the last few years, and it has been very inspiring to hear someone like you being so brave and being strong, being a black woman who identifies as a LGBTQ artist. I pull a lot of strength from you, so I very much appreciate you for all of your work. And I wanted to be here with you guys tonight to let other people know that it doesn't matter where you come from, where you are going in your life, what you've been through, and that you should learn to love yourself. Learn to love yourself and never be ashamed of who you are because there's someone who's going to love you the way you are. We got a track next by Hall of Fame disc jockey Honeybee Brother O. Brother O, go ahead and do your thing, brother. I'm here listening, so go ahead and get into that track for us.
Thank you for that track, brother. I appreciate it. Y'all know what that is. So y'all gonna party for me right now while we in the break. If y'all gonna live me on Facebook, y'all party right now with me in the break. I hope y'all are having fun with me. Everybody that's tuning in on Facebook. I hope y'all are having a great time with us. Lord, and y'all, I'm brother, but I'm having fun. So I love you guys for watching. I love y'all guys for listening. Y'all always listening to the show. Dial in 516-453-91 for people. We are live at Echo. And I want you guys to listen to myself. Love you guys so much. Y'all listen to each other right. And that's the fun.
Yes. Woo, woo, child. Well, if you ask me, I think it was a publicity stunt for him to jumpstart his career, as you said. He had a platform already to do something monumental like he did, and he seized the opportunity. So, yeah, I think he kind of played to it. I have nothing against how he did it. I just wish he would have not used that type of platform to go there because it's already something that it's common for us to come out, but him coming out on national TV was just, I guess it was his way of playing to the media. So I was supportive of him coming out. I was just in the space of I wish he could have did it in a different way. I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool because we do have other shows that are geared for the LGBTQ community. Season 3 of Pose is coming out real soon, May 2nd. Y'all tune in for Pose. Um, so I definitely support the idea of them creating a show in his image for him. But I also think that I wish he could have just took it in a different direction where he could have been himself and he could have spoke from his heart, his way instead of just doing it on the media. So I congratulate him for the show for doing Good Morning America and being a beacon of light for other gays to come out and having that strength and having that courage. So I definitely support him for what he did. I just wish he could have taken it in a different direction. Thank you so much. You have a great night. Caller 2, you're in queue. Peace and blessings to you as well, Queen Sister. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Betsy. How are you this evening? Thank you so much, Sister Betty, Queen Sister. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. Mhm. 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 Right. Well, I am a Nas X supporter. I do support Little Nas X, and I think that Little Nas X is doing a phenomenal job as far as promoting his music and being an outstanding artist. However, I watched the video, and the video was one of those ones I was like, okay, Little Nas X, I wish you could have did something different. I didn't like the concept, but I get that the story that he was conveying, he wanted to show his audience, the people who follow him, the people who listen to his music. I guess he wanted to tell them a story that he wanted to tell them, and they were entertained by it. So I support him being an artist, and I support him expressing his views the way he saw fit. I just I don't want to. I don't have anything negative to say about the video because as an artist and as a person who is LGBTQ, I support him being who he is as an artist and being a person. So the video rather very risky and very provocative and very much something that has made him a big star right now for the time being. He's doing what he has to do to be relevant in the business, if that makes sense. I would definitely not let any of my family. If I would say it like this: if you have a child who is under an age where they are not able to think logically for themselves, that someone is telling them what's right and what's wrong, I would not let that child be exposed to that content, and I would not feel comfortable letting a child be exposed to that content if that's not something that if they don't relate to being in the LGBTQ community, they do not identify as a gay boy or a gay girl. I would not let them be exposed to something like that if it was not who they were. Thank you so much, Sister Betsy, Queen Sister. Thank you. Caller three, you're in queue. Caller three, you're in queue. Yes. Mhm. Thank you, King Brother. I really do appreciate it. And you want to let the people know about your next show? I look forward to your next show, King Brother. Thank you for your call in and thank you for your love and support. I really do appreciate it tonight. Caller 4, you're now in a little tea time with Jared the Gifted One Thomas. Go ahead and talk to me. Yes, I can hear you, Angela. Hello. Hello. I'm doing well. I'm having a great time. Yes, yes, thanks to all the callers. Thank you, Angela. Thank you so much for calling in and for your love and support tonight. I really do appreciate it. Um, just to shout out Angela again. Angela is the commissioner, and she was one of the people who believed in me to bring me in to talk to Brother O about being a part of this actual network for the ONE Dynasty, and she basically told him, I guess, a lot of fabulous and great things about me to get me to become an intern in their actual partnership here or out at ONE Dynasty. And when I got the message that I was going to be the LGBTQ plus commissioner, I was overtaken because I didn't know that I was getting such a monumental task. And then hearing about all of the other hosts that has done this job before me, having to fill their shoes. I had a lot to think about this week. I planned a lot, and I got to know more about the ONE Dynasty, about who they had in as the former host before me, and I was so proud to realize that I'm filling such great shoes at the ONE Dynasty with Ngozi tonight, and I have had a really great time. Just for y'all to get to know me, and for me to get to know y'all. And if you are listening, you are live with Jared the Gifted One Thomas broadcasting on air from Lagos, Nigeria. Dial into 516-453-9133. Brought to you by those boys at Looking Glass Entertainment. We have caller number 5 in queue, so caller, go ahead. I'm doing well, King Brother. Thank you. Hmm. Mhm. 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 It does. All right. Thank you so much, King Brother. That means a lot to me. Can you tell people about your next show? All right, man. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you so much for the love and support, King Brother. Next caller, you're in queue. All right. So I am um I'm humble tonight to be here with you guys at ONE Dynasty. For everyone who's been calling in to spread love and support, I really do appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me to know that y'all are welcoming me with open arms at ONE Dynasty. This has been a very great night. I want to shout out some people I've been working with. I'm going to be a part of a play really soon. It's Lumpy Grits Artistry, and Sherry Gray presents the cast of Electra. It's going to be a black drama about a family who loses their father in a tragic murder, and the son has the chance to reclaim his father's throne. So we're going to be shooting for that this weekend, and I cannot wait to get to have some fun with that. Um, I want to I want to also shout out Black Authors List for promoting my books on their website. I had a great time doing an interview with them about 2 months ago, and things have been really great with that. I also want to send a shout out to Handbasket Zine for publishing my piece, Dear Black Gay Man, that I'm going to probably try and get to read on air before we end tonight. I know we have another call in queue. Caller, you're live. Go for it. It is. Thank you so much for having me tonight, man. It's been great. All right. So I am still alive with y'all. Um, the show just ended, and I'm happy. This is a really great show. This is a really great show. I'm getting a message right now from Brother O. Um, I feel so. I could calm down now. I was prepared for this show tonight, and I wanted to do this show to show love to all of the LGBTQ people who follow me on Facebook, who follow me on Instagram.